Hey guys, how's it going? I'm Phil in the Blanks. Welcome to Let's Play Mega Man Dr. Wily's Revenge for the Game Boy. I couldn't believe that it is almost 2020 and I have not played a Mega Man game this year, and I can't let that happen, so we are doing all 5 of the Game Boy Mega Man games. Let's get this started with Mega Man 1 for Game Boy, or Mega Man Dr. Wily's Revenge, I guess the official name. This is a game that if you are a frequenter on my channel, you know that I've already actually Let's Played this, technically. I've done a speedrun. I put one of my speedruns on there, and which is, this game. This is the first time I'm actually, Let's Playing it with commentary on live action, live while I'm playing it and whatnot. Plus, I'm playing it more casually. I'm not going for speed, as you can see. But, if I'm going to do all 5 Game Boy games, I'm not going to just, go, hey, just watch my speedrun and then we'll start with number 2. That's just silly. So, plus it'll be fun to play this again. I haven't played this game in quite a long time now. I kind of, it kind of was destroyed for me after I speedrunned it, I don't know. So it's not fun to really play. I mean, now it is because it's been so long, but, I actually ended up watching my speedrun for it just last night so I could prepare for this. Just to kind of be like, was there anything that I was forgetting or anything like that? And I remember, I forgot that I was that good at the game because it was a pretty good speedrun. It's also the most watched thing on my channel. I'm not nearly as good at this as I used to be. Yeah, it's the most watched thing I have on my channel at a few thousand views. So it's actually more common that you are watching this and have already seen my speedrun than the other way around. So, interesting, but whatever. Also, I'm a little disappointed because the Retron that I play on now does not support the Super Game Boy, and I actually didn't know that. So I was a little disappointed to hear that, because I wanted to do a little thing where I change the color of the Super Game Boy colors, depending on... I'm just gonna run by you. Damn. Change the color of the screen and the colors and whatnot, because you can change all 4 of the colors on a Super Game Boy to whatever you want. To something kind of more fitting of the character's level that I'm in. But, that was stupid. But the Super Game Boy does not work on the Retron, which is a huge shame. I almost killed myself there. But instead, I'll try something different. I don't know if it's working. It's going on right now. I'm just kind of putting a little color overlay. Oh, I could just run that, couldn't I? A little just color overlay over the level. I don't know if that'll work or not, but whatever. Yeah, I can just run. It's been so long since I played this. I'm not gonna win against Cutman. Whatever. Anyways, the Game Boy Mega Man games, they're pretty good. They're not something I'm super familiar with, the way I am with, yeah, I'm dead. Yeah, oh, yeah, damn. I'm not super familiar with them the way I am with the NES games, so these are actually, despite the fact that they're probably made to be easier than the NES versions, are harder for me, because I'm just not super used to them, the way I am the other versions. So, cool. I mean, that's fun though, it means it's gonna be something I'm not used to experiencing nearly as much. That was dumb of me. Come on, shoot your stupid... Nah, that was a dumb place to be. So yeah, I'm doing the same route that I did with my speedrun, because it's just the best route. It's the route I've always used. Cutman gives you rolling cutter, and it's like such an amazing version of the rolling cutter that it just makes sense to have it, to be honest. So yeah. Yeah, despite the fact that they're a lot shorter, and probably not as good as the NES games, the Mega Man games for the Game Boy are still very, very good games. I think most people will agree that with the exception of Mega Man 2, which is a shame because I actually really like Mega Man 2 for the Game Boy. But yeah, a lot of times back then when a game would come out for both the NES or SNES, and then the Game Boy, the Game Boy version would suffer a lot. And, I mean, you could argue that technically the Game Boy version of these games suffered a bit, but I'd say not even close to as much. That sucked. They're still fully playable, and what's fun is they're different levels. That's a huge deal. I'm really sick of getting Game Boy games. I say sick as if I'm getting brand new Game Boy games now. But when you get a Game Boy game and it's the same game but shitty, it's the same game, the same level layout, everything, except bad. But what I like about the Game Boy ones is that's not the case. These are technically separate games. You get all the same jeez, I'm really bad at this now. It's the same Robot Masters and stuff, but it's not the same levels at all. I am disappointed that on most of the Mega Man Game Boy games that they are the same songs. That's not always the case, though. Oh, just made that. I thought it was like frame perfect by mistake. But yeah, this game, and I think Mega Man like 3 and 4 all use the same music from the NES counterparts, but Mega Man 2 actually has an original soundtrack, which we'll get into when we talk about Mega Man 2, when we play Mega Man 2, but I don't know, I really like these games. They're a batch of 5 really good games in my opinion, with 5 being the kind of most impressive one, because it's a fully original game. The other ones, they're just like, they're still original games, but they have like the same robot masters and everything, and you do get some original levels and stuff, but it's still very similar. Yeah. But you know what? I'm happy to finally play these. I've been saying for like a couple of years now I wanted to play these, and then other Mega Man games would get in the way. Specifically Mega Man 11 and the X Collection came out, and funny enough, the Mega Man 0 and ZX, and yes, it's ZX for me, I'm Canadian, collections are coming out next year, really early next year. Not saying I'm going to start playing the Mega Man 0 games yet, I want to at least finish up a few more X games before I start playing some 0 games. But I figured this is a perfect way to, I wouldn't say wrap up the classic Mega Man games, because there's still a few more classic Mega Man games that I haven't played, even after the Game Boy stuff. Because there's still Mega Man and Bass, which is like my least favorite classic Mega Man game, but still a Mega Man game and I still want to play it. So, you know. I know I've probably said this during my Mega Man 1 Let's Play way back in the day. It's been so long. It's like my fourth Let's Play or something, when I did Wily Wars for the Sega Genesis. But the Elecman theme is really, really reminiscent of a Journey song. I don't remember the name of the song. I'm bad with names of any songs, because I'm bad with music in general. But it's very similar to... Oh yes, I remember I actually put in... Yeah, I put in a small snippet of the song too, so yeah, I did comment on that. So welcome to similar commentary as a Let's Play I've already done. I mean, whatever. It's different enough, right? And I never did say I wouldn't ever, like, Let's Play a game twice. Depending on the game, I totally would do that. Still plan on one day doing a 100% Mario Odyssey run. I wouldn't mind doing a small speedrun of Zero Mission. Maybe not even a speedrun, just like a sequence-breaking version of that game, because it's super easy to sequence break. Oh, look at that! It was like the exact same fight as my speedrun. Cool. I'm gonna waste my weapons. That's what I used to do when I was a kid. Just waste my weapons on purpose. But it's not fun when you're in a Dr. Wily level and you forget. You're like, shit, I don't get my weaponry back. But whatever. Got the Thunder Beam. That picture scares me. I've never said that before, but it does. It doesn't actually. In Nintendo Power, the Mega Man 3 issue had a really weird art style that took the original like Japanese art style or pictures of Mega Man, and then just like kind of tried to make them look a little realistic, and it's terrifying. I really hate the way it looks. Nowadays, I think it's pretty actually sort of interesting, but when I was a kid, I hated it. I was like, why did they make it look so creepy? And they had a picture, that picture of Mega Man with like half of him like exposed to his like circuitry and stuff, but it was like slightly more realistic, right? Oh, jeez. Oh, really? You can't jump up there after that? Shit. I'm gonna get a game over. I mean, I'm going to get a game over. It's still a Mega Man game. It's still somewhat difficult. I don't like getting game overs, though. But, yeah, I hated that picture of Mega Man so much, because it was a little too creepy for me. And, yeah. Trying to think of something to say. I'm just engrossed, because I like Mega Man games so much, you know what I mean? I mean, that's fairly obvious. It's the game series I've played the most of on this channel. Second place would be Mario, but I play the Mega Man games in such, like, spurts of, like, alright, here's a bunch of Mega Man games, compared to, you know, one major Mario game at a time. One of the things that is really... I'm still gonna do my speedrun thing. It's how I'm used to doing this map, or this screen. Bam. And then you just go. What was I gonna say? Yeah, one of the things about the Mega Man Game Boy games is that the jumps are way harder in here than they are in the NES games, because the screen's a lot more, you know, packed in. You know, there's a lot more jammed in there. So some of the jumps are just really, really brutal. So that's probably how I'm going to die most times, is the jumps. Or something stupid. Oh my god. How did I speedrun this game? I know it's not, like, hard, but I'm, like, not in the motion of it at all. That, like, I'm like, geez, I don't remember the flow of this game anymore. But, I mean, that's good. I'd rather be playing this as if it was just casual anyways. I'd hate to just, like, accidentally just get into my speedrunning techniques and habits. But, I mean, I speedran that game 14 years ago. I can't believe I'm saying that. I taped it on an actual, VCR. Because, you know, back then, that's kind of how you did it. Some people would, submit runs, you know, like, recorded like I'm doing right now, but that was not common back then at all. So, anyways, kind of an interesting thing about this game is that, and this is the same with all the Mega Man games on Game Boy, it features kind of a weird mix of the Robot Masters from the NES games. You'll notice that there's only 4 Robot Masters. It was Electman, Cutman, Fireman, and Iceman. I'm actually gonna die on purpose. I know that sounds really stupid, but I'm just gonna start over this level with 3 full lives. Oh, I was hoping there was gonna be lava just instant kill me, but now I guess I'll just die with these, the Susies or whatever they're called. Bam, I'm dead. No, I'm such a good speedrunner. And you'll notice that Bombman and Gutsman, yeah, are not in this game, and it's a shame because they're like the only Robot Masters that get like cut throughout the entire. Well, that's not true actually, but we'll talk about who else gets cut in later Game Boy Mega Man games. Take that. But yeah, this game also has Robot Masters from Mega Man 2, which is a little weird because it does still have 8 Robot Masters, just 4 from Mega Man 1 and 4 from Mega Man 2. And then Mega Man 2 is the other 4, the remaining 4 from 2, and then 4 from 3. And then onwards. It's very, very weird. It's very different. But when Mega Man 5 does its own thing, it means that there's 4 enemies, or 4 Robot Masters from 5 that never get a Game Boy counterpart. And then no one from 6 ever made it to Mega Man, to Game Boy, I mean. And then you have, believe it or not, there's a Game Gear Mega Man. I would love and hate to do the Game Gear Mega Man game. It is extremely rare and fairly expensive, though. So Patreon links up. No, I was joking. I mean, hell, if I get enough donations and I can get the Game Gear version of that game, I'll totally do it. I really want to. Just to kind of bitch about it, because it's not a very well-made game at all. And there's a lot to talk about in terms of design that I'd love to do. But it's just, it's one of the rarer and more expensive Mega Man games. Believe it or not. Maybe not as rare as like 7 or like X3 or anything. Those games are ridiculously pricey. Ooh, nice. I'm out of weapon energy though. But yeah, I'd still like to do it. I won't have it by the end of this run of 5 games, so I can't like put it all together to make it like the handheld Mega Man collection. But whatever, still like to do it. It's bad, by the way. I'd like to point that out. It's really, really bad. You already see that Mega Man 2 stuff. Like, these guys are from Mega Man 2. Man, that sprite flicker was crazy. I don't know if you can see that. Because I record these in 30 frames per second. That's not good when you have flicker like that. Damn. Well, I don't need it anyways. I guess I could have gone through this whole level without dying, and on purpose, because I went through pretty good. Careful here. Careful. 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 Oh god, careful. But yeah, this game means a lot to me. I believe my buddy Derek had this game, and I played it a lot when I was a kid. So when I started speedrunning, it was one of the first games I speedrunned. It's probably the one I'm most proud of. I have a few speedruns, and I only put 2 up on the channel. That's Sonic the Hedgehog 2, and then this game. But I had a bunch of others. I had Metal Slug X, which was my first speedrun. I had Disney's Aladdin, which was really good, and I'm really proud of too. But that's it. I don't remember any others. Oh yeah, a couple other Mega Man games that were like arcade Mega Man games. Not really worth talking about, to be honest. But yeah, again, I believe it was Derek Murphy who had Derek had this game, and I loved playing it a lot. I think I borrowed it from like crazy amounts. So this game, I think, out of all the Game Boy games, means the most to me specifically. But I will still admit that 5 is definitely the best one. It's the one that I think most people talk about when they talk about the Game Boy Mega Man games. It's also the most expensive one. The other ones, like Mega Man 1 and 2, are fairly cheap. 3 and 4 are getting pricey, and 5 is crazy pricey. But I have my wife to thank for a lot of these games. I got one like right at the beginning of the collection. My copy of 2 is, I think, a Chinese bootleg. I don't know. I'll probably show a picture of it when I do Mega Man 2, but it's not a North American version of the game, but it runs. I found that in Toronto, And then 3, 4, and 5 I got. I think it was my wife and mine and my wife's first Christmas together. And she got 3, 4, and 5 for me. And geez, like, this is before they got crazy expensive, thank God, because I'd hate it for her to spend that much money on me. But take that, take that, take that. Ah, shit. I really want that 1-up. I don't know why. Use carry. Carry's the best thing. Yeah. Ah, damn it. No. It's the best thing when you can use it properly, Phil. Ugh, it's such a waste of energy when I don't use it properly, too. Nice. Ah, shit. I really want to get that to... Just, there we go. That's good enough. Should I probably switch back? Yeah. But yeah, no, she ended up getting me those, and that was awesome. It was the first time I played a couple of them, so I missed my carry chance there. Shit. So yeah, this is the Dr. Wily level, and believe it or not, there's only 2 Dr. Wily levels in this game. And you might be thinking, unless you already know this game, Phil, I thought you said there were 8 Robot Masters, and there are. The way this game handles it is very poorly done. It's not very well done at all. I'm a bane of my existence, these damn screws. Can I use, like, the fire? Is that any good for this? No, it's not. Yeah, that really doesn't work. Oh well, I was trying to find ways to maybe speedrun a little bit of this game. Did I just kill myself by mistake? Nope, you're good. Yeah, you're good. Yeah, I love how you just will get hit there if you don't have carry. That must... Ah! Yeah, I saw that coming. Could have paused. Back at the beginning? Oh, whatever. So, basically as if I didn't even get that 1-up. But whatever. Still having fun. Hope you guys are too. You know, that does matter to me. You guys are having fun while watching. But yeah, I was just so surprised that we were almost done the year and I had not done a Mega Man game. Because it feels like friggin' yesterday I did Mega Man X2. And then I just thought, I was like, Mega Man X2 was like summer of 2018. And then I did Mega Man 11. I'm like, holy shit, I'm like way behind on Mega Man games. So I think probably early next year we'll do Mega Man X3. Maybe not like right in January or anything like that, but I figured it'd be a good one to just kind of keep rolling on with those X games, so. But, you know, I've been saying I want to do these guys for a long time, so it's about time I do. Jeez, that was close. I love how the side of some of these spikes can kill you. I'm dead. Oh my god. Ah! Can't believe I did that. That was very dumb of me. You'll notice I'm not using Elect Beam or Ice Slasher. Ice Slasher kind of sucks in this game. It does in most games, because it doesn't do damage, it just freezes them, and the enemies will still hurt you, so what's the point? But, whatever. You guys know me well enough, I'm so weird when it comes to using weapon energy in Mega Man games. I barely do it. Which is dumb, because, like, they're here for a reason. Totally use them. But Rolling Cutter is the best power in this game. It's the equivalent of, you know, of the, Metal Blade from that other game that I can't think of. Mega Man 2. The NES Mega Man 2. I forget if it's any good in GameBoy Mega Man 2, though. Talk a lot about the other games. I should just be concentrating on just this one. Haha, I remembered that. Look at me and my speedrun techniques. Check this shit out. Yeah! Still got it! All y'all wish you had this talent, but no, it's all Phil. And that's not pronounced awful. It's all Phil. Oh, it's so slow. So slow. Because you don't have a shield weapon in this game. It's really weird. I mean, I guess you do with Firestorm. Firestorm's like the first idea of a shield-style weapon, but it wouldn't be till Leaf Shield where the whole, like, actual physical, like, shield weapon was introduced. And then it just became this huge mainstay. Which is cool. I like how it's always been like a tradition. I mean, your mileage may vary depending on how useful they are, but it depends on the game. Shit. Make it through. Just make it through, Phil. Just make it through. Just run! You can do it. I believe in you. Nope, don't have time for that. Nope. Phew. Alright. Alright. And here we go. So here are the 4 Robot Masters. The way they're handling this game is very odd because there's no levels. You don't even know who they are. So you think it's going to be like, oh, I'm gonna refight the Robot Masters like in every Mega Man game, but you actually don't do that. In fact, very few Mega Man games do you actually refight all the bosses. You are taking your time going up. Am I gonna die to Bubble Man? Because these underwater controls are not doing me any favors. Yeah, I think I'm screwed. Yep, there we go. Oh! No, I'm dead. There's no E-tanks in this game, by the way. It's just like the first Mega Man game. Oh my god, I'm actually doing fairly well considering. Holy shit, I got this. You are a bitch, Bubble Man. You had me and you ruined it. What is wrong with you? So yeah, so even though there's no level, you still get the boss's weapon, which is good. It would be really stupid if you didn't. And you gotta go through this whole damn thing. It's so frustrating. But I hope this is Heat Man then. Yeah, okay, good. Let's get Bubble Lead. But it sucks because like there's only one level after this, so you get very little time to actually use the weapons that you end up getting. Which is a problem that they did fix in the other Game Boy Mega Man games, absolutely. So, not really a big problem. Thank you. But I mean, I feel this game was, I wouldn't say rushed. Because Rush isn't in the game yet. No, but I don't think it was rushed or anything. I think they were like, we don't know how much we can get away with on a Game Boy game, so I think they just did this, and it turned out the way it did. And I think it's pretty good, considering. They really didn't need to add, like, this many Robot Masters, but they did. So, just not enough levels, that's all. Does that even work against them? Oh, it does. I mean, I'm sucking. Like, really bad. You're facing the wrong way, buddy. I don't like it. It doesn't help that I'm just being bad at this. Yeah, oh well. One death's not bad. I'm gonna take on, Otherman. What's his name? Flashman. Flashman against Ice Slashy. He's like, oh, I'm Flashman. You're like, sure you are, buddy. It sucks, though, because you can't really have more than one Ice Slasher on screen at once, so it's not a super useful thing against Flashman. But he's dead now. Nope, he's not dead yet. He's dead now. And I can use Time Stopper against Quickman. I don't know when that started. The whole, let's call Mega Man bosses, like, by their name, but, like, instead of saying man, you just say man, like, as if it's the last name. And I'm not the first one to do it, obviously. It's a thing now. When you talk to anyone but Mega Man, it's a good chunk of people do it. Oh yeah, my favorite's Gravity Man. I'm like, oh geez, everyone's doing that now. It's just the thing to do, I guess. Take your time. I can wait. Use heat, a little bit more heat. At least I'm hitting him. Ah, except for that one. Ah, that one too. Shit. Now it's just kind of just try to hit him as much as I can. There we go. And now he's dead. And onward to the 9th Robot Master. You heard me, the 9th Robot Master, because not all, 1, 3, and 4 of the Mega Man games for Game Boy have what's called the Mega Man Killers. And they're a trio of robots that I really enjoy, and they're forgotten about a lot, and I really like them. I think they're cool. And the one here is Anchor. And he's kind of an interesting idea for an enemy. And I'm gonna die. He absorbs your shots, and his shots get bigger. You can either hit him when he's doing this, or you can hit him in the air. You can't hit him if he's just running. Like that. I'm dead. I'm screwed. Watch out for his reach. Yeah, I was gonna say that reach is crazy. Anchor and the other two Mega Man killers are actually named after styles of music, because that's kind of a norm in Mega Man. Frank, hate you. And Anchor is named after a traditional Japanese style of music called enka. I don't know much about it. I don't know anything about it. But I know it exists, and I'm screwed. Come on, try to get as many hits as I can. Jump, good. One more hit, jump, please jump. Nope, oh, I got him. Yeah, it's a Japanese style of music, and then in the other games you had punk, and it's spelled weirdly, but it's ballad. But I think it's like the French spelling of ballad, I think? I'm actually not sure. So, but yeah, Anchor's dead, and you get Mirror Buster, which is kind of a cool idea. And here's a new tradition too. There's so many little things that make the Game Boy Mega Man game so unique. And one of the things that it always ends with a space station instead of Dr. Wily's castle. I love that. What a great little idea. Which makes the Game Boy ones kind of more epic. To be honest, some of the stories in the Game Boy ones are way better. Not in this one, there's not much of a story here, but it's pretty cool. Also, great music here. Love it. You also get all your weapon energy filled up, which is really good, because I was really worried about my atomic heat, because I need that. Not need it, but it's good for the final boss. Speaking of the final boss, the final version of the boss, in, I think, all of the Mega Man Game Boy games, require you to use the Mega Man killer weapon. So in this, it's the Mirror Buster, which is kind of funny, because it's called just EN for Anchor in the menu. See? Right here. But yeah, I think that's really cool, because it forces you to use that weapon, first of all. And it's a unique weapon only in the Game Boy game, so that's just kind of cool in general. Believe it or not, Anchor, Punk, and Ballad were in Mega Man 10 as DLC. I did do an episode on those, but it got kind of ruined, so I never ended up putting it up. I really should do that, because I actually even say at the last episode of of Mega Man 10, being like, oh, I'll see you guys next time for more of this, and I never did it. Oh god, these blocks still. I'm gonna get carry on just in case. Just in case. Last thing I need is to screw it up. But will my reaction time be good enough? Probably not. Come on. Okay, good. But yeah, I liked how they didn't just completely forget about them. You know, they did come back. Even if it was just a little bit. Damn it. Come on. There we go. I hate these guys. Traditional big jumping robots in Mega Man games. I'm going through a crazy amount of cutter. Not a big deal. I mean, that's the point. Damn, you can kill those guys in a single rolling cutter, but I'm just missing it every time. Shit. You can kill the cutter things with a cutter weapon. I don't think most of the regular enemies have any specific weakness to any specific power. It just seems you know, they take a bunch of hits. So, and rolling cutter is great for that because of that. So, oh, phew. I was really worried about that one. I hate the blocks when they put them over spikes. It's so unnerving. Whew. Okay. Ooh, nice. Did it. And that's it, I think? No? Almost? There we go. Yeah, I really like this song. I like how, even though not all of the songs in the Game Boy Mega Man games are unique, there's at least one or two, and they're usually Dr. Wily's levels. They don't reuse those, which is kind of cool that they don't, because they easily just could get away with that, but they choose not to. I like that a lot. Come on. There we go. Oh, shit. Oh, that was close. Oh, man. No, I ruined this. There we go. Well, slice right in the face. Where do I start? Ah, great. Ah, great. Shit. Guess I could freeze them. Oh, come on. That was bad. Things aren't looking good for old Phil. There we go. Nice. Last life, too. Shit. Shit. Oh, God. No, don't come after me, please. At this point, I should probably just try to kill them, because they're not gonna be able, I'm not going to be able to avoid them. Please, big jump. Thank you. Just for good measure. Ah, I missed him. It's also weird because this game has two fire weapons. It has Atomic Heat and Firestorm. I think that's the only Mega Man game that's ever had two fire weapons. Unless you count like stuff like Wily Wars where you can have multiples. Careful, I forgot I had to do this again. Good. Eh. Oof. Hate it so much. Don't like it. Okay, good. Jeez. Ah, almost. I don't even know if this is a good thing to have right now, to be honest. Ooh. Yeah, those guys can't get killed. I guess that makes sense. It's more just like obstacles than anything else. Okay. Nice. Come on. Nice. Had to speedrun it. Had to do it. And don't jump. Nice. Alright, cool. We're just about there. Like I said, these games aren't very hard. But I'm super not used to them compared to the NES ones. This one is definitely the one I'm most used to. I mean, when you speedrun a game, that's just gonna be the way it happens. Careful here. And drop. Nice. And careful here, because they're definitely gonna be there. If you can get some items from these guys, that's awesome, because each of those little chickadee guys can drop something, including like a 1-up or something, so. Ooh, nice. Totally want this. Will these not blow up? Jeez, what the hell? Wonder if I need to use atomic heat or something. Yes. Didn't take a lot of weapon energy either. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. It's usually not worth charging up that at all, but, you know, it's fun to do every once in a while. Like right here. I have no idea what's on this side, because I always go on the other side, so it's been that long. Let's find out. Nice, 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 nice. Nothing crazy. Nice. And, oh, okay, I'm just gonna equip carry just in case. Shit. Okay, good. And I think we're basically done the game now. Or done the level, I mean. We're not done the game. Yeah, it just ends right here. I hate how you can only have one of these shots in at once on the screen. Moves very well, though. I like the way Elect Man's weapon works. And boink, boink. Ho-ho! And we're there. 1-up, just in case. Let's get atomic heat on for the 2-part last boss. Hooray. Shame I can't charge it up here. Let's charge it up. Might as well. It's just faster if you just kind of hammer on the... Oh, if you get hit, you lose your charge. No wonder I don't do it like that. Oh man, I'm screwed. Nah, I'm fine. There we go. Alright. So Mirror Buster, you just kind of hold it, and you can just hold it out like this. And basically, you just bounce back the lasers. Just be very careful of the robot hand. Because that's what's going to kill me, if anything kills me here. Bam. Okay. Missed that. Okay. Play it safe there, I guess. Nice. One more. There we go. That was Mega Man, Dr. Wily's Revenge. And Dr. Wily's like, shit. Good game. A good, solid, just like little fun game for a Game Boy. Like, if you want Mega Man on the go, this was a great way to get it. And to be honest, as much as I like Mega Man 2, it's definitely the weakest of them all, so we won't get another really good Mega Man game for the Game Boy until Mega Man 3. Which I've heard is actually like really hard, but it's been so long since I've played it. You also get actual endings in these Mega Man games. Well, I guess you did in the other ones too. I don't know what I'm talking about. But they do a lot of enemy roll calls in the Game Boy Mega Man games. Which is weird because the enemy names are very stupid. Like Susie, which is a real name. Obviously it's a fine name. But it's a weird name for an eyeball monster. And like Chanky. Like, okay. But that was a lot of fun. I really like the Mega Man games. Obviously, I would be playing them so often if I didn't. And this is a lot of fun to just kind of go through again. So thank you so much for joining me, this screwdriver. There's definitely more to this. This is like a 2-minute ending. But yeah, this one holds a special place in my heart. Great music. I mean, the Game Boy pretty much has like the same music capabilities as the NES. Probably a little bit less. But they do a pretty good job of making Mega Man music for it. Mega Man music should be all beeps and boops and stuff. So it's definitely fun. Gabioal, that's always the one that's such a weird one. Gabioal. That's weird. Squirm is good, I like that. That's a good one, because I mean, those things move around like little worm things. They're creepy. Mole, makes sense. I mean, they're drill bits, but they've always been called moles for some reason. Don't know why. And PPs. I always thought the PPs were like the small ones and the big ones should have a different name. It kind of looks like Beat, too, now that I notice it. And Sniper Joe. I've always loved that they call him Sniper Joe. And whenever there's a different version of him, it's something Joe, like Hammer Joe or Crystal Joe. Big Eye. Sure. It's a decent name, I guess. Looks like a Sniper Joe could actually ride in one of those. Kaminari Goro, which I think is actually a Japanese reference to, like, the Thunder Gods or whatever. There's a Pokemon. There's like a trio of Pokemon that are like that, too. Chanky Maker. I guess that makes sense. They throw them at you. They look like, Bunby Harry is a great one. They look like, what are those things? Woks? That you make stir-fry in? That's what they kind of look like. Cutman. I like how they get their own little portraits. That is kind of cool. Because it's kind of weird. Why didn't they use these portraits on the select screen of the characters? You know what I mean? They just used the sprites like Mega Man 1 did. And then Mega Man 2 was the first one to use the faces. Maybe that's why. Maybe they made these and because, you know, they were making the credits and then Mega Man 2 people were like, whoa, well, let's do that. Well, no, that doesn't make sense. Mega Man 2 was out, obviously, before this game was. Was Mega Man 3 out before this game? I don't even know. Mega Man 3 was like either 89 or 90. He-Man's so happy. I don't know why he's happy, but he's happy. But yeah, Quickman's probably the best one. It looks really good. Very similar to what he actually looks like in artwork. Flashman would look good if it didn't also look like he was looking in two different directions at once. And there's Anchor. Actually, that one looks really good. Anchor, weirdly enough, is also in Mega Man Soccer for some stupid reason. So his color scheme is actually he's golden blue. And that's one of those things that you don't get to see a lot because, you know, the Game Boy games didn't have color. So, like, all like Punk and Ballad and Quint is, I think his name is, the one from Mega Man 2. They have their own color schemes, but you don't get to see their color schemes because the Game Boy didn't have color. So, anyways, Mega Man having a little walk. Pretty good big sprite, too, for the Game Boy. Look, he looks so happy! He's like, there's Earth! I don't have a rush jet to go home with yet, so I'll just have to wait on Dr. Wily's spaceship. Anyways, that is Mega Man Dr. Wily's Revenge. Thank you for playing, presented by Capcom, but played by me. Fill in the blanks. And I'll see you guys next time for more Game Boy Mega Man. I'm Fill in Blanks. I'll see you guys next level. Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this episode, click that subscribe button and hit the bell icon to know when the next episode is up. If you want to support my channel, share some videos with some friends and consider supporting me on Patreon.